everybody! Today I'm going to be doing a book review on Rebecca by Daphne Du Maurier. I hope I am pronouncing her last name correctly. Rebecca is like a romance slash thriller. I'm not very good at explaining plots and summaries and stuff, so bear with me as I try to explain what this book is about. Basically, this young girl who is never named throughout the entire book, you never find out what her first name is, she is in Monte Carlo working for this woman. She meets this guy, his name is Maxim De Winter, and his wife has recently passed away in the last year or so. Long story short, they end up falling in love and they get married, and he takes her back to his home that's called Manderley. But for the majority of the book, the main heroine feels like she is constantly being compared to his last wife, Rebecca. And I'm going to stop there because I don't want to give it too much away. That might not seem like a very interesting story, but there is a much darker twist to it later on. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It is one of my new all-time favorite books. I really enjoyed it. I did watch the film before I ever read the book. Like, the first time I ever watched the film, I was only like 5 or 6 years old, so I wasn't planning on reading this book anyway. But the film is one of my all-time favorite movies as well. I think there are a couple of different movie adaptations for this, but I've only ever seen the Alfred Hitchcock one. I think one of the things that made me love the story so much was because I really related to the main character, and after I finished reading the book, I went onto Goodreads and I was reading some of other people's reviews, and everyone was saying, like, the main heroine is so dumb and she's making all stupid choices, and I was like, ouch, I just said that I'm, like, really like her. But, like, a lot of the times in books, I'm always like, yeah, I'm just like this character, and I think in my head, unrealistically, that I'm like this kick-butt kind of girl, but I'm not. So when I was reading this book, I was really thinking about it realistically, and I was like, I'm very similar to this girl, and, like, all of the dumb choices that she's making, if I was in that situation, I would honestly probably make all those same choices too. I also really related to how the author always had her kind of picturing what other people were saying about her in her head. Sometimes it got a little confusing as to whether something was actually happening and people were actually saying these things, or she was just imagining it. But I also loved all of the different characters. I really liked Beatrice's character, even though she was kind of irritating, but I kind of liked it. I had like a love-hate relationship with Maxim. Like, I kind of liked him at parts. At the time I was like, he's being a complete jerk, but overall I really loved all of the characters. And of course, I really appreciate a mystery, darker twist to a story. It makes it a bit more exciting. Overall, I really love this book, and I didn't really have anything that I disliked about it, but there was one thing that I wanted to ask anyone who has read this book before. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, so you can carry on watching, but you're probably not going to get this if you've never read the book before. But after I finished it, I did something that I don't normally do, and I read the epilogue. And in the epilogue, the main girl, who I believe is the one narrating, so I assume she's also still narrating in the epilogue, refers to who I think is Maxim as Henry. So does anybody understand why she calls him Henry? Because I know the epilogue was written like many years after the author wrote Rebecca. But, like, I'd imagine she still remembers her main character's name. So if anybody knows the answer to that question, please let me know in the comments, because it really confused me. But yeah, overall, I really love this book. I would highly recommend that you check it out. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this book if you've read it, or if it's a book you're interested in reading. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!